And this surah comes from, or talks about the Ghazwat Khandaq, the Battle of the Ditch. And subhanAllah, there's a very interesting story that Al-Ahzab, the Confederates or the group that joined together. And this was after the Badr, after Uhud, and now they had kind of where they wanted to still bring an end to the Muslims in Medina. And subhanAllah, the Sheikh started out with the ayat that was saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows qadam bayan Allah, Allah mu'awwikina minkum. And this is interesting because this mu'awwikina is describing people saying that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said He knows who these people are who are among you who want to stop you from doing something, who want to not be a hindrance. People who, like, for instance, you want to do something, somebody says, let's not do it, it's not worth it. He said, so I know the people among you who want to hinder you. And he said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Qa'ilina ikhwani. He calls out to his brothers. These people call out. It's like a whisper of shaitan. He says, what? Halumma ilayna. Come to me. Come to me. Wala ya'tuna bahsa illa qalila. He said, come to me. And he said, don't go and fight. Don't go to war. He said, except qalila, maybe a little. And subhanAllah, we have to, just a short picture of the Khandaq. If you remember, they dug a ditch around Medina so that the enemy couldn't enter. But you have to understand that during this time, Medina consisted of Yahuds that they had a treaty with. And it also had still now a building community of Munafiqeen. So now they had made this barrier that no one could get in, but now no one could leave. And now you had within the groups of the Muslims now the Yahuds who had a treaty and who had now conspired with the Confederates, this group and gathering of people to end the Muslims. So now you had the Yahuds, and you had the Munafiqeen, who were whispering to their brothers, don't go to war, and say, except for Khadija. Which meant that if you go, these are people that you can't trust, and they might go out just to be seen and come back. So there was no benefit in jihad. Now, the lesson that I want us to draw from this is this, that subhanAllah, we are now in a society that we have the Confederates, people uniting to hope for the fall of Muslims. You have Yahud, you have Christians, you have Munafiqeen, you have Kafir, you have everybody, they unite with the hope of bringing down our ummah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like He said, then it is true now that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows well who these people are. And bidillah, they won't be successful. Because this ummah can never be brought down except through the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and through our own inabilities to do what we are supposed to do as a ummah to make us strong and united. Just as the Muslims of Medina united, and Salman al-Farsi, he was the one that suggested let's dig a trench to defend the city. So the Muslims, even in their small numbers, still remain steadfast, because we have to remember, and I'll end with this, is that this ummah did not become strong on the back of the billions of Muslims that exist today. It became strong on the very few Muslims who started this ummah, because they had strong iman. So it doesn't take, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran for Surat Al-Ahzab, we dealt with the battle of Badr. And Allah said that how many a time does a small group defeat a large group? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send the help that we need if we have our strong iman, if we believe that we will be victorious. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to take Ramadan as a time of building our strength and building our iman. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allow us to do as the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did. Aisha radiallahu anha said in hadith that during the last 10 days that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to tighten up his belt. That means that people now get serious. Tighten up his belt, increase his ibadah, and wake up his family for the night prayers, because he understood that this is of great benefit to us. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to benefit in these last 10 days. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika wa ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.